And we are live again in Cambridge, Massachusetts, the capital city of the internet. My name is Dr. Jeffrey Lant. I am your co-host, your MC, your CEO, your partner, co-founder, and human observer of note. Today we have a very exciting program on Living Goes. This program is the longest running live program anywhere on the internet, and we are recording it. We are live. They call live tape, and we are being taped for US YouTube as well. Today, my colleague and sidekick is Johan Willems from Belgium. And he says he's lived there all his life. We'll ask him a few key questions to see whether that's true. Today, we have a very exciting program in store. We're going to be having Johan actually read from my 20th book, Connoisseur's Journey. And I have a very exciting announcement to make when we get to that point. We are going to be talking to senior citizens again today, because senior citizens have taken to avoid the internet. We want you to embrace it. We are all senior citizens here, particularly me. I'm 67. Anybody want to top that? I'd be glad to hear it. And we're going to be making you a $20,000 bonus package offer for coming aboard and starting to make money. And people, we're going to be talking also about the fall sales period of the year. This is the time of the year now underway until just after Christmas, when trillions of dollars, that's trillions with a T worth of dollars, are going to change hands between now and Christmas time. Are you going to get any of them, or are you just going to be giving them out? Our aim today is to make sure you get your share and more than your share, and that's why we're talking to all the people outside. We're looking in the window. If you're outside and you're looking in, stop it. Get a brain. Come in, sit down, take the lid off. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to make an announcement. My 20th book. Every other year of my adult life, I have written a book. Oftentimes it's seminal work, an important book that's changed the way people think about a given topic. Oftentimes marketing, business-related communication, public relations, and making money. My 20th book is now over half finished. And I'm making the announcement now that those people who have helped me, like Johan, who's read, looked up things for me, taken my abuse in the middle of the night, Arthur can be notoriously cranky, not me of course, but other authors can be notoriously cranky. And if you have helped me, as Patrice has, and as Johan has, and as many other members of our community have helped me, I'm going to allow you to write a book review. It goes right in the text. They're going to have to be reasonably short, 75, 100 words at the most. Now, what you think about the book, which is an autobiography, told very much from my heart and brain. This is a very intelligent book. We want you to talk about what you may have done, what you may have learned, what you think about the book, what you think about the book's author. And that's going to go in the book for posterity. So if you've helped me, I'm going to help you. So, I'm not asking for these yet. I'm just giving you a heads up. I won't ask for them until the middle of August. But give you a whole month to think about what you're going to say, or snuggle up with me and get your name in the book, because it is an extremely important book. Johan's going to read you from chapter 4 today. We're putting right along. Johan, if you want to say anything to begin the process, do introduce yourself, say hi to the folks, tell them what reading is all about, tell them what you're learning about the book and the process, and read a bit to us. Turn on your sound, that's always a good idea.
Thank you. Sorry. So my name is Johan Willems. I live in Antwerp, Belgium. And I must say, it's been very interesting how Dr. Leo's book is developing. I've had the honor to read a bit of every chapter till now, and well, I must say this is going to be one hell of a book, really.
Hell of a life to live.
Well, it's actually, I think it's this book contains several things, and the thing I really like is how you explain, for instance, the story of a painting. Yeah, just the way you do. I mean, normally the painting is something to look at, but if you read this text, you get a whole other idea about it. So that's actually what I mean.
Show them what we've got. Let's show them the way, so to speak. And read from where we can start.
Let's see. So I'm not gonna start from the top. Maybe it's a good idea if you just post this again, Dr. Lant. Sure, yeah. But, let's start reading. Oh, there we are. Okay. Okay, so people, as you can see, this
Dr. Lant is an avid art collector.
Well, I'm gonna take it from okay, in 1919 in Paris, Francine Clary, who had her own special ways of beguiling him and winning his heart, linked her destiny to his. The result was a buying spree that had few parallels in history. Renoir, buy it. Winslow Homer, buy it. Goya, France, Degas, buy it. What are we doing? Why are we doing it? We'll sort out all those tiresome and irksome details later. For now, just find, acquire, and astonish even ourselves with our nimble success and, of course, the eye perfected by every connoisseur. Newspaper magnate William Randolph Hearst, 1863-1951, was doing the same thing as the Clarks at the same time. It is estimated that Hearst collected 1/4 of the European art and artifacts sold during the Roaring Twenties and the lugubrious 30s that followed. He sent his acquisitions to his Hollywood-inspired wonders, San Simeon, where most of them were found at his death to be still in their original casings unopened. The surprising thing is that the Clarks didn't build a similar outrageous baronial pile. I feel sure that had Mrs. Clark wanted one would have been conjured. Instead, they ordered a reflecting pool, cool, serene, poetic, lyric, the entry to some of the most beautiful vistas on earth. The Berkshires, land so contoured into loveliness, you may believe nature has shaped it just for you. To calm and reassure, and perhaps it is so after all. In acquiring so much, the Clarks acquired every collector's nagging problem. Now what? Whether you have just turned 8 with with Manchugio philately, your passion, 90-something on the verge of forever, with every known Stutz bearcat in the world licensed to you, you have a problem that must be solved, to the certain detriment of your equanimity if you don't. Where can I put it, display it, preserve it, protect it? But where? Whereupon all the world shouts in unison, create your own museum. Yes, indeed, create your own museum. And these titans of wealth do just that, taking their edifice complex and ordaining a monument, a thing of egotism and altruism, of history, instruction and vainglory, for all these are necessary elements of the whole. The Clarks took their hodgepodge of a collection, good Renoir cheek by jewel with a mediocre Winslow Homer, and had a pile of the money gratefully paid by the ladies of the world for the sewing machine that saved their eyes and aching backs, and built what they fully believed would be one of the greatest museums on earth, even better than the Metropolitan Museum, which had for so many years expected the Clarks to leave it all to them. Boy, were they ever surprised when it ended up in western Massachusetts, a place selected because it wouldn't be incinerated like Midtown Manhattan when the Red Soviets used their nuclear weapons and attacked every capitalist's worst nightmare. For the music to this nightmare, go to the search engine and find any version of Kalinka. The title means Little Snowfall, and was written in Russian in 1860 by folklorist Ivan Larionov, and first performed in Saratov as part of a theatrical entertainment. Purists like to tell you that it's not a real folk song because its author is known and it's too recent vintage to qualify. What matter? By the time the horror experts have delivered this opinion, you'll be dancing around your office singing in perfect Russian mind these lyrics. Little cranberry of mine in the garden, berry, little raspberry of mine. Frankly, the lyrics seem to me to be tailor-made for the Ocean Spray Cranberry Company in Lakeville, Massachusetts. And here we must consider the possibility of cranberry conspiracy, for, you see, Ocean Spray is a grower-owned cooperative, and any such collective enterprise smacks of direct control from Moscow and hero awards for the most berries harvested. This so alarmed me, that I checked the refrigerator just now and found a bottle of Soviet red cran raspberry open and inviting. Coincidence, you say? I think not. Maybe Sterling Clark was right after all. The very fabric of the nation being eroded by delicious drop. Oh, Judy, pretty maiden, fall in love with me. I think it's been happening in my own refrigerator. Opened in 1955. The development of the Clark took the usual trajectory. The three Clark brothers agreed to pool their financial resources and huge personal collections to create the mega institution they would astonish the world, their generosity and perfect taste. Then, of course, these same brothers had the mother of all fallings. Gonna read that line again. I'm sorry. Okay, so then of course these same brothers had the mother of all fallings out, making sure no nasty and insulting comment was left unsaid. And in triplicate, Sterling removed his enormous share of the family trust and never spoke to his brothers again. He then proceeded to build his own museum, which, if smaller, at least had the benefit of being pure in spirit and presentation, and good enough for Mrs. Clark, always the prime consideration. Over $3 million was happily spent, the largest single order of Vermont marble, after the one for the United States Supreme Court was placed, and an architect hired whose expertise must have been in constructing cinder blocks, not a graceful curve in the whole shebang. It looked like what it could so easily have been. Dormitory space for summer school students whose objective was to escape from home and never considered the architecture of their freedom. Sadly, the Clarks were not happy. They got plaudits, of course, for their undeniable civic spirit and generosity, but there was always a whiff of condescension, as if Mrs. Astor had looked and sniffed. Nice, very nice indeed, then ordered the dust cover thrown over the hole, never to be visited, even thought of again, sorry. And so the re-emanated from beautiful Williamstown, with its magnificent vistas, a chip on the shoulder, and one statement that kept recurring: not good enough, not good enough. It'll show you who's good enough.
I'll show you.
Okay, I'll show you who's good enough. Which brings up to this very day. It is 5:20 a.m. and raining. I've just opened the shutters, custom made, did you know, for all my windows, and looked out into the glistening leaves of high summer. Nature finally summoning her best for the last of this season. I've been writing for some time this morning, for in advance of the sun now rising through the mist. It is a moment of beauty and serenity, and I gaze upon it with gratitude, for my supply of these essential is always limited, today no exception. About 20 years ago, during the go-go years of the 1990s, with the museum's finances solid and no pressing bills, some bright young thing advanced to the proposition that now was the moment to advance beyond the institutional also rants and assume their just position amongst the elect of the museum world. Upon hearing this, the trustees should have risen as one and smothered their colleague. It would have spared them a pile of money and the righteous criticism of people like Jonathan Nix, a man with as many nostrums as Martin Luther. J'accuse, Nix, and Rage might have used as his model the immortal 1898 indictment by Emile Zola of the French establishment in the Dreyfus affair. His red-hot accusatory His red-hot accusatory prose certainly lends itself to the genre. Okay. The only problem is Nix is condemning what has already been done and cannot be undone. Thus, while Zola is a champion, literally, betting his life, fortune, and sacred honor, Nix is at best a gadfly whose comments come far too late to have any benefit whatever beyond allowing a man of bile the opportunity to spit out at the expense of his abashed colleagues, who no doubt rue the day they didn't Nix when they had the chance.
Now tell the people what's going on here, because I watch you agonizing. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, well, first of all, my native language is not English, so I really have to concentrate when I'm reading one of your texts, or whenever you changed something. And yeah, for all the people out there, I'm reading the latest edition from Dr. Lant's memoirs. Actually, I was reading chapter 4, The Connoisseur's Journey. And this will also be part of, this is actually Dr. Lant's latest book in progress. And of course, we're all waiting.
Well, again, I want to invite you personally to do a book review, as it were, 10 or 100 words or so, which can be placed at the end of the book as part of the permanent record. I want people to understand something about how these are created. First of all, I write these things live. If you happen to be around this particular morning, I started a little bit, so I started at 3:30 this morning, and I get up and I check my notes. I check my notes first of all before I go to bed, so that my subconscious mind is working on the problem. I sleep on it for a little while, and when the brain has cogitated decision up, I don't, and I literally go right from sleep to here on the screen. I'm on the screen within 5 minutes, and I'm writing live. And Johan is one of the many people who has helped me out by giving me references, checking dates, commenting on the balance of sentences, whatever. I am a very audacious writer. I started being published when I was 5 years old, 62 years ago. Almost 63 years ago now. And I've got a vast amount of experience, but it's an audacious move to write on the screen. Nobody else does it. Nobody else can do it. And so we have a unique process, and I want to take this opportunity to recognize the people like Johan who have helped me, and more to the point of just thanking them en passant by saying, I want to write you with the text. At the end will be your opportunity to be part of a book for its entire history. The monitors will derive all the reads from the book. They will all go directly to the monitors. This will be an extremely popular book. It will be a very controversial book. People will love it. They will show up at the front door. They will call. They will invite me over to their homes, and they want to come to mine. The bottom line is this. This is an incredibly fun book to write. It's very serious what I'm talking about. And it is written in a new genre. This is an entirely new way of writing books, like some of the men before. The internet gets so much criticism, rightfully so, about the garbage that is on the net. There is so much garbage, pornography, vile filth, vulgar. That's all true. But equally, the internet offers writers such as myself the opportunity to do research almost on the run. If I need a fact, it might take me 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever, and widen the library, which is where I did my dissertation so many years ago, 40 years ago. I worked with most of my work in Europe, British Museum, and here at Harvard at the Widener Library in my graduate department. You couldn't do this. This whole book couldn't even possibly existed without great exertions and great commitment of time. So, first of all, we want to thank George Koch, who I hope will also write something for the book. And that would be an achievement because he's so busy, but hopefully we'll spend a bit of time putting something in at the end of the book, commentary. And Sam here, of course, he's the president of our company. Sam here, for over these 20 years, the longest serving female president of any internet company in the world. We have evolved a whole new way of communicating. And what you're seeing is a chunk that I wrote today. You know, I know that the text is about 8 hours old, 6 hours old. We're literally saying that it's not finished. They will ultimately go to print. And that is an amazing thing. So again, thank you all, and these folks who have helped me, you know who you are. I will be contacting you all before the middle of August. But you'll be thinking about what you want to write now because it's definitely in the text. Now, let's go and talk about senior citizens, shall we? One of the great things
I do have one question, Dr. Lant, about the book. Will this be in, or will this be printed?
Well, it's certainly going to be an ebook. Whether it's going to be printed or not, I have no idea whether I want to get into. This is the kind of book that gets turned down and turned down and turned down, and somebody publishes it and makes a couple $1 million because it doesn't fit in any genre of literature that exists right now. It's autobiography, yes. The kind of autobiographies that people are used to. This is Hillary Clinton's autobiography, by the way. It's autographed. This is Hillary's memoirs. She has her memoirs are over 600 pages long. They don't give any intimate portrait of the woman. There's no judging going on. Today I had lunch with the president of China. I mean, If I had lunch with the president of China, you would know. You would know what it would. You would know that he had a pimple on his nose. You'd know that the oxygen was matched. You'd get a sense of the match. She doesn't give you any sense. When the comment, this reminds me of one of my professors at Harvard, John Clive. He was my dissertation advisor. He was a Pulitzer Prize winner. He said this. He said, "Have a point of view." In other words, a writer doesn't write just facts unless you're working for a government agency. I'm not writing facts. I'm writing from a man's position, a point of view over nearly 70 years on this planet of things that I know to be true, beautiful, and true and not so beautiful, and making it possible for the world. This is a major book. I want everyone to realize that. I'm not just saying that because I'm writing it. I know the difference between a minor and a major book, but this is an important book. It will alter the way culture is perceived and written about by other people. I will provide the meal ticket, if you will, the open sesame to people worldwide to be more courageous about their memoirs and not produce pablum that doesn't mean anything. Just because you have dinner with the president of Israel doesn't mean anything important happened. It's your job as a writer to bring it out and say what happened and what it looked like and what you talk about what was unusual and what was crazy, what didn't say what's true and meaningful, going to what you wrong, what didn't say, blah, blah, blah. That's how you write a memoir, and you let it all hang out. You want to say anything further before we go on to discussion of senior citizens?
Yes, of course. Well, I also want to add that there are some great, actually humoristic passages in the book so far. And well, if if you've got how should I put it? If you've got the right sense of humor, you're certainly gonna enjoy it. That's what I wanted to say.
You're not going to get the full flavor of this book with one reading. It's too dense. It's extremely densely written. It's packed with enigmas, contradictions, jokes, comedic passages of deep symbolism and deep, profound meaning, right next to passages of complete absurdity. Just the way life itself is. One of the things that writers have striven to do since the very beginning of writing is to render reality real. On a stone, on a tablet, on a piece of paper, doesn't matter where. What matters is writers have carte blanche to render the real as realistically as possible. That's what I do. Some people say to me, why don't you tell them the year you were born because they're not alive anymore? Is this important? It's simply not important. What's important is what I thought at a given time, who I met, what they said, the advice of how we interchanged, anything that was historically significant. And as you read these pages, you're going to be astonished at how it impacts in your own brain. And to dig into your brain so that you extricate your stories as well. Everyone has these stories. Maybe not in the profusion that I do, because I've led a privileged life, but they all have these stories, every single person. My mother told me one day, about 50, 60 years ago, she said, when you grow up, I want you to write a book about one person's life in one day of their life. Well, she was playing off against the court, which Ulysses by James Joyce, in which one day in the life of Henry Blue was chronicled. My book owes a lot to that insight. In one day in the life of any human being can produce a book of immense length, if you know what you're doing. And I like to think that I do. And we want to dedicate this to Shirley, which happens to be my mother's name. So don't forget that. Shirley, are you there? Let's talk about senior citizens.
Okay.
People of our young generation today have written off old people, aging people, elderly people, and they don't like us, they don't like the way we look, they don't like the way we talk, they don't like the fact that we make them do things. Tell them to clean up their room and clean up their socks. They don't like any of that stuff. So consequently, older people have allowed themselves to become marginalized and stay home and look after the grandchildren. I'm here to give you another alternative. One of the reasons why this great exemplary company Worldprofit exists is for people over 55 and 60 who have decided that they don't want to work in this standard way anymore. Maybe they're ill, maybe they have to stay home, maybe they have a spouse who's ill and needs attention. That doesn't matter. What matters is they want to keep the brain going and they take some extra money. If that's you, one, do not walk to me. I am the Pied Piper of the gray-haired Panthers. If you want to use your talents that you assembled your whole life, if you want to make some extra money, God knows how to use it, then come to me. We're going to make you a silver package owner. If you're already a silver package owner, so much the better. If you're not silver package yet, then you want to join, and you mark the cost of your riser, $99.95. It's a hourly will be charged. And then I'm going to teach you. I'm going to bring you into the video marketing uniform, video marketing world. And yeah, you can tell me, I don't know, I'm scared of technology. Hey, listen, people. I have a tested mechanical aptitude at the 5th percentile, which means the newly born monkeys can do more mechanically than I can do. I also happen to be dyslexic, so the numbers and letters jump all over the page. By this time of the day, when I've been up for 12 hours working, I get tired, my eyes get tired, and they jump all over the place. Listen, if I can do this if I can be the CEO of an IT company, which I am, and have been for over 20 years, you better learn the minimum amount required. And yes, you're going to be nervous, and yes, you're going to make mistakes, and yes, people are going to smile from time to time at what you do, saying, so what, that's life. When wasn't that ever life? Johan, you're one of the people that saw the value of coming in as what we call a marketer, learning how to market, video market. We've got people in the audience today who so desperately need this. They're marginalized on a social point of view, told that they're de trop, they're no longer needed, that they're baggage. They're told that they have nothing further to offer. They're told to sit down and shut up and let the 20-year-olds get on with it. I reject all those propositions. What do you have to say?
Well, I have to completely agree with you, Dr. Lant, because it really doesn't matter what age you're at, what you are, because actually all that matters is, well, the age inside you. I mean, how old do you feel?
Our society can make them feel awfully old. You can become awfully old all of us. Do you have your senior citizen card, sir? The first time that someone said that to me in the grocery store, I about leaped over the counter and beat him into a pulp. What? I don't have a senior citizen. Of course, I already had it for 2 years. The bottom line is, anyone in this room over 50 who's ready to bite the bullet and come back to civilization, come back to a group of people who are your age group, who enjoy the company of people their own age, who are not vulgar, purple-haired freaks. I mean, we don't have any of those around here for good reason. Don't make me ask you twice. If you're sitting there on the fence and you want to get back in the swim of things, contact me at once. I'm going to put my phone number on the screen now, 617, and I'm not afraid to do this. I've been doing this for putting my phone number on things for over 40 years now. I'm marketing 617-547-6372. Page me here at the podium or call me and say, Dr. Lant, you know, you struck a chord with me, or I want to know how to do this stuff. I want to execute money. I want to get involved in video marketing. I just do it. We have people in here like Nathan, Kimby, who needs to respond. Any other monitors who are in here, and we have almost 100 people looking in the window, and there will be thousands of people who will watch this program on YouTube. And I'm talking to you, whether you're in Zimbabwe, whether you're in Rio de Janeiro, whether you're in Kansas City, I don't care where you are. We're going to liberate you and keep those talents that you've worked so hard to build over the course of so many years and decades of your life. We are going to be fresh and green and alive. Is that true, Johan?
Well, we are worldwide, and yes, and yeah, a little bit of comment on that age thing. I mean, yeah, I've been watching you now for about 2.5 years, Dr. Lant, and I really must say that first of all, if I take you as an example, then that proves that, well, working, just keep on working, keeps you young. That's one thing. And I noticed the same thing with my own father, because he became 89. Was 89 when he passed away, but until about 2 days before he passed away, he was still doing all kind of things. He was still busy. He was still building his own glider airplanes. He was, and he was also involved in computers too, because he had to use computers in order to actually to invent those flying planes, okay, those glider planes, and actually, and we've got a couple of pretty good examples here at Worldprofit ourselves, like Wallace Johnson, for instance, and a lot of people who are over 50, over 60, over 70.
Listen, we've got to move on here. We've got to get into offers with this. And
yes.
Again, what I want to say is, Johan's about to make you $20,000 for this office because for everyone here in the today, if you expect to make money on the net, bite the bullet. Don't try to cheap it out. It's going to cost you $99.95. That's a joke for what you get. Johan's going to read you the offer right now. This offer is going to be good until the top of the hour. It will expire at the top of the hour when anything goes off the air. Johan, give me all the offer.
Okay, so this is for all the people who are looking in, for all the guests out there. So once you sign up as an associate, you can just come into the Live Business Center here, and this is the offer that you'll get. And I'm going to make the offer right now. So let's go to part 1. So after watching our introductory video, then you already know the awesome offer we've got for you. If you order in the next 15 minutes, you'll get a $6,500 bonus offer made in the video and $400 a month of cutting-edge success materials, all with resale rights. And you get all the materials we have given before. So this is worth $1,000. You get total success training in home business bootcamp, also 75 monitors. We'll start closing sales for you today without ever charging you anything. You also get $800 worth of crucial business and well-building software, all with resale rights. And you also get Worldprofit's unique ClickBank promo kit, enabling you to make at least $1,000 a month without spending a penny. You also get our incredible Magic List Builder, which turns any website into a list building page instantly. And people, if you accept this offer in the next couple of minutes, you'll get 10 associate members who will start generating commissions for you. Now, that was part 1. Let's go to part 2 of the offer. So, important. Place your order within 5 minutes and you'll also get 5,000 additional money-making credits, including 10,000 additional guaranteed visitors to the website of your choice from Traffic Center, and 20,000 credits from our popular Safelist Extreme Megalist system. You also get absolutely free our newest traffic generating marvel, the automatic SEO promo bot kit. That's a $450 retail value, and this helps you to get guaranteed #1 positions on Google, Yahoo, Bing, Alexa, all the major search engines. It also promotes your URL to over 3,000 backlinking sites with just a few clicks, and allows you to post your message on over 70 Safelist and top traffic exchanges. Also, finally, we will include the SEO Power Pack of 23 software programs worth over $1,000. So that's our gift to you if you join us now. And people, all you have to do once you are the associate, once you've watched the video, click the red Order Now button, and one of the monitors will guide you through the order form. Now, there is still more, of course, as you can see. There's still more if you get silver package now, because you'll also get over 1,000 original articles for your blog by master writer and marketer Dr. Jeffrey Lant, who is on the screen here with me. You can see the complete collection at jeffreylantarticles.com. And active dealers use these articles to generate thousands of responses in just 15 minutes or so every single day. You also get brand new software by master inventor George Gosh, which enables you to create hundreds of ebooks in just about 3 minutes per ebook. So this spectacular offer is made once and once only, so act now. You'll be able to order Sorry, order in the next 15 minutes and add this to your now $12,000 bonus package, because there's still more to come. You'll be able to create, customize, and produce video articles almost as fast as you can read this sentence. And then also very new, if your order is in within the next 7 minutes, we will include the easy-to-use software you need to give away unlimited free advertising to all of your customers wherever you are selling. And this is Tech Wizard George Kosh's latest invention, and you will use it daily to get your customers to act, to respond, and of course to buy. Now we're talking about the universal bonus here, and this tool alone, that's a $2,000 retail value. It's yours free now if you place your order. Also, people, if you would be an associate, you would be able to have a look at the top of the page there. We have 700,000 submissions. You will be able to see those 700,000 submissions with the SEO Optimizer Pro. You'll also get access to that. And then finally, last but not least, there's even more, because as you all probably know, video marketing is the hottest thing on the net these days. You should know that if you've been to YouTube lately. Now that means now you can stay home and profit if you know how to do it. Now, internationally known marketer Dr. Jeffrey Lant, also Worldprofit CEO and co-founder, will show you how to use video marketing to sell anything. Just order in the next 7 minutes and get this incredible marketing course free. This is a $10,000 value. That's what any university would charge for a 2-day workshop. However, here at Worldprofit, this is an ongoing training. That means this course is unique. It doesn't exist anywhere else, and you can get it now by placing your order. And then also as a bonus, you get Dr. Land's 19th ebook, Net Profits, available at Amazon for $29.95, and you can also use that to generate thousands of leads with just one link. All you need to do is just click on the red box, the red order now box, and order at once. That was the offer.
Now, folks, we've got nearly 100 people looking at the window. We've got thousands of you who watch this program on YouTube. Stop fiddling around. If you don't join us today, every minute that goes by eats up the fall selling season. If you eat up the fall selling season, you've wasted the year 2014. You will then be pushed back to the fall of 2015. This is the way you do it. This is not the way any smart business person that I know does business. You want money, you get it now. Bite the bullet, it costs you $100. It's a joke. It's a complete pitiable joke that you charge so little. You did it so that every person with any true desire to succeed would not be debarred by absence of money to come into this community. And of course, you did everything you want to talk about. And that's just a bonus that isn't even the main part of the offer. The important part is to keep in mind, don't sit there and look at us. Look in the mirror and look at yourself. Who do you want to be? You be an expert here, or the person who just keeps putting it off. And for this, I want to make this announcement to the monitors. Monitors, you will see me high and low, early and late. And if I ever catch any of our silver package owner, of our associates wasting their time, I'm going to intervene and get rid of it. My job is to keep this place running like Mussolini's railroad, and by God, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to have some near-to-well come in here and waste your time, break your hearts, lead John. And you say, Dr. Ben, how do you know these things? I know it because I've been in marketing since I was 5 years old. Over the course of the last 60-something years, I learned a couple of things about people and marketing. We are here to help people who want to be helped. Those people identify themselves in any number of ways right from the get-go. Those who do not help us make money, well, help themselves make money when they have a problem. And I will not allow it in this space as long as I am the CEO, which I expect to be the case for at least 5 or 10 more minutes. Johan, I want to bring up our friend Patrice for some kudos. If there's a little bit of time left at the end, I want you to come up and finish off the program. But we're going to give some thanks to our friend Patrice Porter, who handles these programs for us every day. Thank you. You have to come back up again before the hour is reached. The top of the hour, we'll be back. And I hope
all yours.
Patrice Porter, are you ready to come up? If you're ready for you to do Patrice Porter, our White Rabbit, who does so much work for this community every single day. So grateful for her. And she too will be featured in my book, with the reports called, a book report, or whatever you want to call it.
And that is a wonderful book. I've so been enjoying the reading from it, and it's so interesting and covers so much. It's with all the history that's brought forward from your artworks and collections. It's wonderful that you're sharing that through a book, and I'm looking forward, of course, to it coming out and contributing with. Oh, just a message from Johan there, but and if people want to watch the replay.
We want to welcome Bill Rockwell for the second time. Bill Rockwell, please let yourself be known to us.
And you can catch the replay of this Anything Goes program on the YouTube channel, Patrice Porter. It'll be up later today, and there's other Anything Goes programs on there you can check out. And if you want to check out my business that I've developed through Worldprofit, you can go to my home business central at www.20waystoprofit.com. And also I've developed a business helping people create abundance by gardening. And you'll find that at www.gardeningforfoodsecurity.com. And with that, I'll say my adieus until tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern for the next
Ron to the program.
Anything Goes program. And welcome, Ron, to the Anything Goes program. And I'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Well, actually, I'll see you after the Anything Goes program. I'll be up next. Bye for now.
Unfortunately, from time to time, there are some lag problems with northern Canada, and Patrice is about as north of Canada as you can get without going to the North Pole. We want to thank her, though, most sincerely and fervently, for all that she does for this community. Every single day, she's here early and late, helping us schedule the programs, playing them out on the internet, all over YouTube. And we want to thank her. So here we have Johan over there in Antwerp. We have Patrice in Big Rivers, is thrown out kind of smack dab in the middle of Cambridge, Massachusetts, across the street from Harvard University. What are your final thoughts today? Because you've got Cosmos Paris, who needs to start the video game. You've got Ron, who doesn't even remember. You've got Nathan Kimby, who doesn't talk. And you've got almost 100 people looking in the window. You've got a lot of people here who are not doing what they need to do to make money, and it ain't going to work. You've got to work with the economy. The economy is not going to work with you.
Yeah, and that's exactly the word, Dr. Lant, work. I mean, and this morning when I was on monitor duty, I was talking about George Karsh's latest live bootcamp training session, where he really stressed the word work. Okay, because you can find all those great advertisements online. That's in, yeah. You can turn $7 into $55,000 in 3 months and whatever. And no. Here at Worldprofit, we are honest. We teach you how to reach your goals, and we teach you in the proper way. We teach you not by giving you false promises or anything. We tell you the truth, and well, George Karsh, his they really made a difference for me, I must say. And as long as you stay to the bootcamp training of George Karsh, you'll be successful. That's
let's say something. Look for a second. starts to make our longer than any other company that does what we do. We set entrepreneurs all over the world to profit from the internet. We've been doing it now for 22 years. We know what we're doing. Nobody has been doing it longer. We are the only company that is in our field that is evaluated by the Canadian Better Business Bureau. We have the highest merit award rating that they make. Let me give you a picture of how that happened. You have to be a member in good standing for 10 solid years. You can't screw off for 10 years. At the beginning of the 10th year, they start the evaluation process, and that evaluation process continues as long as you're a member and as long as you want to be rated. In other words, the rating period never stops. Now, we achieved the top rating some time ago, but we have to continue to earn it. You don't just get it stamped on your head for the rest of your life. You get it, you have to keep up the good work to keep it. We also are incorporated by the Canadian authorities in the province of Alberta, in the city of Edmonton, where we founded this company so many years ago. We have never, and I mean never once had any problem with the Canadian corporate authorities, and they are sticklers for the Canadian law to be adhered to. We adhere strictly to the laws of Canada. We have never had an incident of any kind. Now, you cannot find me another company. You cannot find me another company with our longevity, our track record, our openness, our honesty, and our transparency. If you think that you're going to be able to go out there and walk into something, if this is a Johan says it's a funny money business, it ain't going to happen here. You're going to earn money, and you're going to earn money by guarantee, but you're going to have to follow the directions. There's no way around that. Johan, we're coming up to the top of the hour. We'll do some other time for a quick comment from you. Any final thoughts for today?
Yeah, it was a pleasure to be here, Dr. Lant. It was also a pleasure to read, well, your latest addition to your memoirs. I think it's going to be, yeah, this is going to be a great book. I'm really gonna read the whole thing when it's finished. And for all the guests who are listening in, I really recommend you to at least become a free associate. Listen to what we've got to say, listen to the offer, and, well, get started making money the right way. And that's what I've got to say, Dr. Lant.
We're coming down to the last couple of minutes of anything goes today. Of course, in olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked upon as something shocking, but as Cole Porter told us, nowadays anything goes. We are here every day at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We tell it like it is. We don't gild the lily. We let you know the facts of the matter. But this is one of the things that perplexed us. And it's for people like Ron. If you truly want to make money on the net, Ron, join us today. Don't tell us you can't. We'll work with you to make sure you can. Don't pretend to yourself that you're doing the right thing when we tell you that you're not. We've been doing this for over 20 years. We know the two about what it takes to make money. For over 20 years, we've been helping. The three pardons, George Kosh, Sammy Hunter, and George Kosh, are perplexed by only one thing. Why the hell did Ron not take action earlier? What's preventing these people from seizing the baton and moving forward? If you want to make it, we know how to do it. And you never, and I mean never, because I'm very intimately acquainted with the partners, you're never going to meet people who are having greater integrity or greater true, deep-seated drive to ensure your success over that. Such people don't exist. We know. We've been looking for them for over 20 years. Johan, I want to thank you. Again, I want to thank the supporter of Saskatchewan. I want to thank Edward and everybody who will be back later on at 1 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. And we'll be here every day. And Ron, we're going to get you into the Worldprofit in just a minute. I'm going to go down. We're going to continue on the regular programming, and I will be back for a few minutes before I call it a day.